If I want to talk to teenagers teaching sex and healthy relationships, where do I even start? This is Reid from ReidAboutSex.com.
Cathy from IntimacyDojo.com, and what I'm wearing, the Sex Geek Summer Camp green t-shirt. This is business advice for sex educators, workshop facilitators, and the like.
Yeah, and it's a great topic. The teenagers really need help with understanding their bodies and their sexuality in a clean and powerful way. There's a lot of misinformation out there. So I'm so glad you're interested in teaching that. And it is a somewhat delicate topic because teaching teenagers, I mean, you have to deal with parents and all kinds of, like, what's okay to tell them.
Yeah. The easiest thing is I would write a book so that you have something to establish yourself as a means of an expert or somebody who has good advice for teenagers. Your job as an educator, I believe, then becomes about, well, am I teaching parents how to talk to their kids, or am I teaching the kids how to figure out the world for themselves? If you're an overachiever, then write both books and have them be complementary, one for the parent's guide and one for their teen. And now what you've started to do is you're starting to establish your positioning as somebody who works with teens, and you can build out your course offerings and your services from there. That's probably going to be one of the easiest ways to start establishing yourself, is creating, and this only works, by the way, if the book's any good. Yeah. You could do this, a different version where you do as a workshop or an online course or something like that. But again, now with an online course for teens, now you're marketing to the teenagers who really don't have the buying power specifically.
Sometimes. Depends on what your price range is.
Depends on the price range. Or will be embarrassed to buy the course for
their parents
themselves.
Might see it, or...
Phones have helped that because most parents don't check their kids' phones' browsers. Depends. But again, back in the old days, me being old, kids were scared or nervous about using the family computer because of the browser history. So depending on how you want to build your business to make a living working with teens, you've got it's actually 3 tiers, which is the kids directly, parents of the kids, and then whatever organization works with kids and or parents. So, if you were teaching some sort of healthy relationship workshop and you got in good with the, YMCA, all of a sudden you might have access to teens or an after-school program or something like that. So, again, you have to figure out who you want to work with, and then who's writing the checks, or what nonprofit you're trying to partner with.
If you haven't done a lot of this work, coming to Sex Geek Summer Camp is a great way. Reid walks you through how to find your ideal demographic, how you express yourself naturally, a lot of things that would help you skip all the noise and get right to the juicy stuff that makes you happy.
Because there's a lot of confusion out there around business and how to approach making a living as an educator. And so one of the things that we try to do at camp is make a lot more sense, so there's less confusion and frustration. You're still going to have to put in all the work, but anything worth building often takes some effort and some sweat and some focus, but you also don't have to do it alone, because the other thing that we happen to have at camp is you get to make all your friends
all the community
at summer camp and not feel so alone.
Yes. Hope this helped. We'd love to know what you think. Leave comments below.
Yeah, and go to sexgeeksummercamp.com and sign up for some free videos.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?